It's time for the Belgium Grand Prix in Spa again, which traditionally marks the end of the summer break and is a low to medium downforce track. That means teams bring new low downforce wings, which now is especially interesting because we have a cost cap in place. Let's start with Red Bull. Red Bull traditionally generates more downforce with their underbody than the competition and has a powerful engine this year, which results in good top speed. So for the Spa circuit, they don't have to reduce drag too much and instead use a relatively deep wing, but here without gurney flap. Interesting is also that they changed to the previous Mercedes-style DRS mechanism, where the hydraulic element is directly connected to the flap. That saves parts and costs, but leaves a slightly larger wake behind the DRS pod. If you want to know more about the different DRS systems, check out my other video in the description. Ferrari shows us a very clean but smaller wing than Red Bull. It's the slightly draggier car, and they need a smaller wing to reach similar top speeds. We can also see the DRS mechanism here, and one thing to watch out for the mechanics is the outside of the flap. The production tolerances of these metal parts are so small that this basically works like scissors. Interesting to see is also the blank nose cone with the connector cable for the front wing transducer. They can read the suction values of the front wing through this. Mercedes was so dominant in recent years that they only designed 2 wings for the whole season. One low drag wing for Monza and Spa and a high downforce wing for everything else. Other teams are designing up to 5 different wings for one season. That way, Mercedes saved money and time to develop other things like DAS. This year is different, and we can see their low downforce wing we saw in other races. Alpine brought a proper low downforce wing in the traditional sense, but even uses a gurney to increase efficiency. So that costs money and development time, but it's likely they will use it in Monza too. McLaren was clearly trying to get a low downforce wing for little money. They use a standard straight wing and chop parts of the flap's trailing edge to reduce drag. The reason why they kept center and tips the same is to keep the same DRS mechanism, same pillar, and same tips. So the only thing that changes is the flap. A very simple and effective method, so you can spend your money somewhere else. AlphaTauri brought a low downforce wing too, which is traditionally quite deep in the center for the Italian team. Also, they don't use a gurney flap. Alfa Romeo is doing it the same way like McLaren, keeps the center and tips the same, and only chops the trailing edge of the flap. Sometimes aggressive wings separate at exactly these locations if you take the gurney off. So by chopping these areas off, you can increase efficiency and lose drag. If you want to know more about chopping wings and how to design them, check out my other video. Haas is doing it even simpler. They take their normal high downforce wing and chop the trailing edge off. Aston Martin brings a specific low downforce wing, but also they created a hybrid with a higher downforce wing in the center, so they can use the same pillars and DRS. Also, they don't use a gurney. They also show us pretty nicely their front wing transducer. You can see the pressure hoses coming from underneath the wing. The transducer then converts the pressure signals into electric signals that the teams can analyze. Williams does it like Mercedes, and they use their low downforce wing we know from other tracks, which is about the cheapest way to do it for this weekend. So all in all, it's interesting to see which different ways the teams are going to reduce drag for Spa under a budget cap. Some bring specific wings, others just modify what they have. See you at the next video.